It's both.
Yeah.
We kind of look alike, you know? Yeah. Do I have this funny little beard on? No. Okay. I don't have a hat either. Fine. We do have the nez. Yes. The same nez. Yeah.
What part of the state are you on?
What part of the state
are you from?
Well, I'm originally from Texas.
Yeah.
Is there an echo in here?
Yeah,
I just said Texas at the same time you did. You asked me and then you answered. Can you do that the rest of this 45 minutes?
I'm loving it, by the way. I don't care.
Yeah. There we go. Anyway, we do look quite alike. I mean, I'm a little more attractive, to be honest.
You can argue on that.
Let's let them be the judge. No. I won't do that to you. What do you do for a living?
I work in a hospital, actually.
You work in a hospital?
What do you finance my show?
What do you do?
I clean up.
You know, I used to be an orderly. Are you sure you're not me?
Under Parle University, something like that?
No, I was an orderly at St. Luke's Hospital in Houston, Texas.
An orderly.
Orderly? What's an orderly?
Yeah. Préposé bénéficiaire, c'est ça?
What's it called?
Préposé aux bénéficiaires.
Préposé
aux bénéficiaires.
Aux bénéficiaires. Bonjour. What part of the States are you from? Yes, I was an orderly. We call it orderly. It's a much shorter word but it describes the same thing. But I worked for one of the greatest doctors of all time. His name was Dr. Michael DeBakey. He invented the heart transplant. And he was the head of the surgery at St. Luke's Hospital when I was an orderly. And I was fired for being an orderly. I'll tell you the story quickly. You wanted to hear it, didn't you?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Unless you already know it, you want to tell it. I was working in the recovery room. What do you call the recovery room? Recovery.
Salle de réveil.
Salle
de réveil.
Réveil. Salle de réveil.
Salle de réveil.
Which means what?
It's like a room to wake up.
A room to wake up, a wake-up room. Exactly. We call it a recovery room. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. And that's why I was fired. No, I did not kill this person. I could have. That I know of. I didn't kill him. The nurse, they brought in a man who had been in the operating room. And what do you call operating room?
The salle d'opération.
Huh?
The salle d'opération.
Oh, the salle what?
The salle d'opération.
Opération. I will be speaking French by the time this ends. The only man who learned French in 40 minutes. Anyway, this is a true story. They brought in a man who had a stroke. And all of the doctors were around his bed, and I was an orderly, and my job was to take his blood pressure. And so I did. I took his blood pressure, and as I'm taking his blood pressure, he comes out of the anesthesia, and he looks at me and he says, "Am I dead yet?" And I said, "Not yet." But what do you say to that question? You know, I was being honest with him. And I felt the doctor grab me by the back of my shirt and pull me away. Finally, he passed out again. All the doctors left, and the nurse said to me, "Take this man's temperature." And I said, "Well, he's unconscious." And she said, "Yes, I know. Just roll him over onto his side and insert the thermometer." And I was 16 years old at the time. I said, "I'm not going to do that." And she said, "What are you talking about? You're working here. Don't be a baby. Take this man's temperature." So I said, all right. So I rolled him over onto his side, and I inserted the thermometer, and I'm looking at my watch, wait 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes. In those days, we used these thermometers that were glass thermometers with mercury, and they took 2 minutes for it to register. And I'm looking at my watch, 2 minutes. 2 minutes went, I went to take out the thermometer, and he rolled back onto his back. So I rolled him over onto his side again. And right there on the bed is like about a half a thermometer, broken glass, mercury all over the place. So I tried to put it back together, but it didn't work. I called the doctors in. All the doctors had to come back in and take him back into the emergency room and remove the other half of the thermometer before he woke up and sued the hospital. That was my last day in medical care.